I'm going to show you guys how to refill the washer fluid inside your BMW. Now, refilling your washer fluid seems like a common sense thing, but there's actually a very important reason why I'm making this video, because the type of fluid you use in your BMW actually matters. Because if you use the wrong fluid, you'll actually cause a lot of damage to your spray nozzles and you'll have to replace the whole entire system. Really, with BMWs, you have two options. The first option is you can use a concentrate like this. Option number two is your cheap old Walmart blue fluid. This stuff you can use in your BMW with no problem. There's one specific washer fluid that you really cannot use in your BMW, and that is this right here. This is the orange stuff with Rain-X. Rain-X you cannot use inside your BMW. I cannot stress that enough. If you use Rain-X in your BMW, the wax inside it will clog your nozzles and you will destroy the system. On the back of the bottle, it'll give you pretty much a whole chart of dilutions to give you a rough idea of how much you should use. In the summertime, you can use a 1:10 ratio of this to distilled water. Around like the fall time, you can get away with like 1:3, and in like the winter, like deep winter, you want to go about 1:1 or 1:2. For me, it's approaching winter, but it's still fall, so I'm going to go for like a 1:2 ratio of this stuff. Now you can pre-mix it in a container and then pour it in. I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm going to pour this whole container in here, and then I'm going to fill the distilled water right after it. All right, that's part one. Now let's get the water. I just got this big old bottle from Target, nothing special, just make sure it's distilled water. And that about there should be a 1:2 ratio. The mistake I made is I actually only bought one of those bottles, and I actually have a lot more that can fit in here. So I am going to top it off with some more of the other blue stuff. And here's the blue stuff, your cheap old blue Gatorade. Let's top off with a little bit of this stuff and we should be good to go. So that is how you replace the washer fluid inside your BMW. Again, in my case, BMW M2, but it's the same process for everything. Again, it's a straightforward process, but the key thing is use a concentrate or the blue stuff. Do not use Rain-X in your BMW because you will have a repair bill. For context, to replace the nozzle sprayer system in this, it's about $200 to $250 just for the parts, not counting labor. So that should give you guys a rough idea of how much money you would be costing yourself if you use Rain-X. That's all for this one, guys. Leave it a like if you found this helpful.